The authentic sports card consignment video update. In one of my earlier videos, probably about a month ago, I talked about the fact that I was going to stop using DC-87 sports cards. I've been using them for probably 3 years. And my biggest complaint about them is just I don't like the way when you ship stuff in, you can't time when auctions are in. There's no personalized communication back and forth. If it is, it's through their little chat mechanism, which I never get a notification for. So I don't even know they sent me a message. The lack of communication was driving me crazy. Everything else is fine. I couldn't complain about everything else. Everything was fine. So in this video, I want to explain to you this quick update on why I'm still going to be using DC-87 sports cards and also what else I'm doing, what I've changed, what is different. I will say I am going to be using the the PSA Vault as well in my process as we move forward. I'm experimenting with that and I'll give you some feedback on some cards I got graded and also show you kind of what my next grading submission is. That's all going to be on this video today. So let's start with why I'm still with DC-87 sports cards. When I went to PC Sports Cards, I believe was the other consigner. And I think most consigners are like this. They want you to give them an inventory, send them a list. What are you shipping into them? Totally makes sense. I take for granted how wonderful DC-87 is. I put together a box, I put a label on it. Inside the label, I put in there my user account, my email address. I put my phone number, number of cards that are in the box, and that's it. I don't put the list of the cards. I don't put anything else. I'm not putting in there, four PSA 10s, but I don't put any of that in there. And I appreciate that. Now, I probably could do more. Maybe I'd get more, right? Maybe I get more communication if I communicated more. But anyway, the current model that PC Sports Card wanted is not only wanted the inventory, but here's the kicker, guys. Here's what stopped me. They wanted the valuation, what the expected value was. Hmm. I don't want to know what the expected value is. I don't. If I have to look that up, um, with the market as is today, how it fluctuate, that could make me not want to send the card to you. I might say, oh, I'm gonna hold this a little longer. I'm not ready to send this one in. And I have to remember that part of my process is that I get cards, I grade cards, and I sell cards. Okay. And I continue that machine going. And the machine is not 100% efficient. Doesn't mean I get a card, I'm gonna grade it, it's gonna come back a 10, I'm gonna make a ton of money off it. I can get cards come back 10s that I don't make a lot of money off of, but I make some money off of. And I get cards that often come back less than 10s that I lose money off of. And I'll sell cards that are graded 10s for less than the grading fee, but I got to keep the machine going. So with DC-87 sports cards, it's about packing them up, shipping them out. I've been doing that every month for years now. PC sports cards or whatever it was, and other consigners kind of would make me change that process. So I'm being honest with you, I'm fucking lazy. And I realize that. When it comes to the posting of the cards, I don't want to waste my time on that. I don't want to guess evaluation. So I do that. I paralyze myself with self-analysis. Should I send this card? Is it the right time? You see what I'm saying? So that being said, I've gotten back probably about, I don't know, 60. I'm going to just say 50. We'll say 50 PSA cards just to be round number. I sold a bunch off recently through DC-87 again and did very well on that. I expected valuation of around 500, did about $600 in sales. I also submitted another batch to them recently. I also, though, in my most recent PSA submission that came back, I peeled off all the PSA 9s, not all, most of the PSA 9s, and sent those all to the PSA Vault to get sold via the Vault. My reasoning for this is I want to experiment how the PSA 9s do, PSA, and I will try PSA 10s later on. I feel like PSA 10s do better for me on DC-87, or personally. I will say this too. I did sell one big card personally. No, 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 take that back. I sold one big card via eBay on my eBay account. It's not a personal transaction, so it was on eBay. It went through the little guarantee process, and it was a raw card too. I don't do that often, but I just didn't feel like I want to take the time. And I'll also say too, with the grading the way it has been, um, I rethink stuff as far as like this card was a several $1,000 card. Graded a higher grade, yes, it would have gotten more. At least I would expect it to, but there's a lot of competition in that space. It wasn't a rookie card. It was an all-star card, all-star autograph short print. So I'm happy. In fact, I'll put it this way. I know I'm leaving money on the table selling the card raw, but I feel good about that. Where when I sold the PSA 10 Victor Wembanyama Helix and lost money, I still feel sick over that. My tummy still hurts over that poor decision of not accepting the offer on eBay for a large amount of money and instead selling it later on, a few weeks later in an eBay auction and losing a lot of money. You can check that out in a previous video. Um, Real quick piece of feedback. I got a bunch of these Universus cards. I've been playing with Universus. I'm doing this with the card breaking stuff too. Playing with Universus. It's a TCG game. I love the cards, man. I got like a whole bunch of them. My Pokemon cards all came back. Pokemon did really well for me, by the way. I think I made money on every Pokemon card I sold. PSA 10s made like 40, $50 a piece. on cards that I was getting in a box that I bought, a couple boxes. So I will continue buying Pokemon cards. I like that. It's not a big, you're not getting $1,000 cards in Pokemon. You're getting like good, good return on your money. At least from what I've dipped my toe in. I'm gonna do a little bit better job of focusing on that as we move forward. But anyway, the other TCG games, this other stuff, I had like all PSA 10s. I don't think a single card sold for more than $10 in a PSA 10 for Universus, and that hurt. I think I had let's say 5 to 10 of those in one of my recent sales. So that means I'm losing money, right? Because I paid at least $20 to get them graded. I'm losing, $10 to $15, probably 150, $200 on those cards. I'm just sharing with you that because this is authentic content, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat this bullshit for you. Where else do I lose money? I like I said, I don't lose money on sports card 10s. If I get a sports card 10, it's a moneymaker. Even sports card 9s, I normally will get back more than the grading fee. There has definitely been exceptions, like some of the Monopoly cards we can go for like $20. Um, what am I grading next? Told you I have submissions out. Next one going in. Which one just went in? This one I put together for what month are we in? February? I opened 7 of the mega boxes, and I know people complain all the time about retail and the wrong retail. And I'll say personally, I think the mega boxes are good retail, but I don't think you can buy one. I think you have to buy them in lots, buy like 5, 10, 20, 25, whatever you can. Just real quickly, you got here, that's that dude, the JJ McCarthy, Drake May, Bo Nix, green, Brock Bowers, green. You can't see this because of the reflections. Those are my green. I did not get the cool guy. The Rattler dude. This is my son got this. He bought some blaster boxes. This is the best card he got in the blaster boxes. That and he got a Penix, but the Penix was scratched to hell. Um, we opened up a white box, cello pack. This is the best part of that. This is the Marvin. That's probably not even worth grading. We'll see how he does. Base cards. We have a Drake May, Penix, Caleb, and Jaden. All those guys right there in the base style. We get those graded. Some more Jadens. Big fan of Jaden. If it's a Jaden, you grade it. You got to do that. Certain players, you just grade it all. Even a PSA 8, you're going to make more money on that. I am gonna say I'm grading these cards. Now, some people would say these are kind of a waste. These are those thick patches. Now, clearly, these are more rare. Like, there's less of these than there'll be the green card, right? And they're harder to grade. Like I'm expecting PSA 9s for these. But I have Penix. I have Roman. I have what's the dude? The wide receiver there. And then I have Caleb and Drake May. So I'm gonna get those graded. I'm expecting, at PSA 9s, I'm hoping for $50. Even at $30, I'm okay. It's still making some profit. And again, these were ripped out of packs, so there's a total cost of purchase. So that's kind of what's going out. One of the things. I've got some other cards to grade too. I'll also make a quick comment. I have here, right here, is a grading voucher from PSA on that whole problem I had with PSA grading my cards a while back and package and stuff. And I'm not gonna talk about it right now. It's a different video. It's a voucher they FedExed me or overnighted me, and I had to sign for it. It's this handwritten voucher, and you got to put that in when you submit your cards. You can't do it after your cards are submitted, so I can't use it on previous submissions. I have to use it on this next submission. I have to manually put it in. It's like a pain in the butt. I'm thinking to myself, as awesome as PSA is, it has as much as they've integrated in workflow, they got to do a better job of giving credit. You should be able to like press a button on the account and boom, it shows up my account. In fact, I would have taken it as Fanatics money to gamble, guys. So, oh, you're not part of Fanatics yet. But you see what I'm saying? Like you got to do a better job on that credit. I think mailing me a manual paper voucher is a pain in the butt. So that's what the Authentic Sports Card Dad's been up to. Grading, selling, slabbing, having fun. Sports card breaking business has been amazing. I'll talk about that a little more in my ZiggyNo channel. Man, it's amazing. A lot of cool stuff coming up too. A lot of cool stuff. That's one thing I have to say about being on the breaking side. People, attack breakers, breaker. If you're a breaker, honestly, if you are a breaker, you have got your finger thump on the pulse of the modern hobby because you feel thump, 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 thump. You feel every product as it goes through. Even if you're not directly selling the product, you feel when it's not being sold by you, right? I know I don't have Prism MBA, thump, thump. I can feel that pulse beating over here. It's beating strong. So, that's one thing I love. I love being that close to the hobby, seeing products, seeing chases, seeing the different innovation, what manufacturing, what marketing is going on, how different people are selling, hearing the feedback, watching people. I wake up every day and I watch product being ripped so I can give better reviews to my breakers and what to prepare for. That's just a cool part of the hobby right now for me. I've been very, very involved in the hobby recently. And again, that's for another video. Like, comment, subscribe.